Well, here we are in a beautiful Westport home.
How do you get these homes, though? There are a lot of boomers who have to make financial decisions these days.
Well, a lot of boomers are kind of downsizing. They want to do something a little bit different. Maybe they want one level, and those financial decisions can be a little scary and confusing.
Can we downsize the trouble?
Yeah.
as well as the home?
With this segment, I think you can.
Let's watch.
Okay.
Well, we're here today with John Dagas, mortgage lender, talking about a lot of different things, particularly about all the different options that consumers should be looking for when they're purchasing a home. Share a little bit about some of those options, John.
Absolutely. So the four most popular loan programs out there are conventional, FHA, VA, and USDA are kind of the four most widely used loan programs. I particularly specialize in new construction, working with local builders and helping people finance homes as they work through the construction process.
What can consumers look for or should be looking for when they're working with a mortgage lender?
Yeah, so there's a few areas that every customer wants to kind of focus on. Most people think interest rate's the most important piece of any loan program. And while it's important, it's not the end all be all. So they want to consider closing costs. How much is it going to cost them to obtain the terms that are in place? Those generally go hand in hand. So if costs tend to be a little bit higher, interest rate tends to be a little bit better, and vice versa. That's really it. You know, is it a fixed rate mortgage or is it an adjustable rate? All of those things really play into the overall terms and structure of the customer's mortgage.
So when people are looking for that mortgage lender, are there areas where people can find out information about a mortgage lender to see if they're reputable, or I don't know if there are licensing concerns there, those kind of different things where, from a consumer's perspective, that they don't fall into a trap. Say, for instance, if someone's asking for an exorbitant fee of some sort.
Absolutely. So all mortgage lenders individually as well as company have to be licensed with the NMLS, which is the National Mortgage Licensing System. They can find that online if they Google NMLS Consumer Access. They can actually find every loan officer. They can see if there's been any complaints or violations filed against them, their work history. I mean, they can see all of that within this licensing system.
Are there any other things that you can dive down? Because what I'm trying to do is protect individuals from the viciousness that could happen.
Absolutely. Yeah. So all mortgage lenders today, you can get a background on them as a company. I would highly encourage using one that is well known, that does business in a variety of markets, isn't necessarily a very small entity because there's more regulations put on larger companies, and therefore they have to be safer and how they handle the process and work with customers.
I'm trying to dive down to try to find out if there's anything that our audience would be looking for. Is there anything that you can think of off the top of your head that we should be concerned with as consumers out here in the marketplace working with mortgages? Because this is something that we do not do all the time.
Absolutely. So really where you're going to see differences from lender to lender is in one section. It's in the origination section.
Okay.
So that's going to show you where's the interest rate. It's also going to show you what fees are being charged.
Okay.
Standard costs to get a loan done from a lender, processing and underwriting are the two that you're probably going to see anywhere. On top of that, if a customer buys the interest rate down or a lender's going to charge a little bit more in discount for a certain interest rate, that's where you can start to see the difference. Everything else, for the most part, is going to be very, very similar or the same with each lender.
Thank you, John, for being with us and explaining all these varied programs within the mortgage industry. I'm Kevin Kimbrough, Boomer TV.